Yo, what's going on guys? Ash here. Now, last week we saw the release of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 113, and I dropped my review, I dropped my recap, I dropped my discussion, whatever you want to call it, and it did better than expected. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who tuned in for it, everyone who watched it, shared it, commented, left a like. You guys are amazing. That's like a really good performing review on my channel. And I wasn't expecting it to do that well. But thank you everyone for the support who watched that video. But being a week later, Boom Studios has put out preview pages for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 114. So this video is going to contain spoilers for issue 114, a little bit of spoilers for the first couple of pages. So if you don't want to get spoiled, click off this video while you can. So I'll give you a little bit of time, but let's jump over to Ranger Command and read the sort of plot synopsis for this issue that they put out. Because now that we've had issue 113, we've got a lot more context with what the solicitation meant when it first came out like a couple of months ago. So let's jump into it. So this is on Ranger Command. I'll leave a link down below. Ranger Command, awesome podcast. Eric puts out a really great show. A really great comic discussion as well every couple of months. So definitely check those out for sure. So let's read the plot synopsises and then I'll jump over to the covers. So as the hour grows darkest, the only hope for curing the grid and saving the Power Rangers from extinction is, or should I say from extinction ... is connecting to the very heart of the Morphin grid. But even though the Power Rangers are joined by the Hyperforce Rangers and another unexpected ally, Phantom Ranger, we now know it's the Phantom Ranger, Dark Spectre turns his, unless that unexpected ally is a new unexpected ally, which we'll go into in the preview pages, but it's probably our Phantom Ranger after like what we learned in the last issue. Dark Spectre turns his attention to Tommy after doing the unthinkable to the White Ranger's friends. So Dark Spectre is probably going to start converting some of the Mighty Morphin team, because we can see some of them get infected in like the next issue cover. I believe 115 has Marv and Rocky getting infected, I believe, on that cover. So that couldn't be what it's meaning. But let's look at the covers. I talked about these covers when they first dropped a while ago, but now we can look at them some more and have and plus some new covers have dropped since then. So let's go into them. Let's talk about them. So Boom Studios was cool enough to send me out the press release for this as well. So shout out to Boom. So let's look at these covers. So this is the main one. You've got, we can zoom in here for this one as well. We've got Trini here. We've got Taylor here. We've got Chloe here. We've got Billy here. We've got Tommy here, and we've got Joe in the background. So this one came like out of context like ages ago. It was like a cropped version of Tommy, and you could just see Joe barely in the background. And a lot of people were saying, oh, symbiotes from Marvel are getting involved with this. But yeah, this is like Dark Spectre's goo infecting our heroes. It's a really cool cover. Like, I do like with the Darkest Hour covers, most of them kind of connect and tell a story as they sort of go on. Same with the zombie ones as well, which we'll get into in a bit. So this looks great with all the Rangers here. Looks like it looks exactly like the same as the cover we saw when it was first released. I don't think there was any things that they had to hide from spoilers maybe. So yeah, everything's there. So we got Trini, Chloe, Taylor, Billy, Tommy, and Joe. So let's look at the next cover. Here we've got Zombie Billy looking like a zombie in the command center. And again, this cover's really freaky because now I can zoom in now that it's in high def from when they were first released. So you've got like these test tubes in the zombie, like they're starting to rot, which is really freaky. He looks all scarred up and like it's a zombie lab. I like it. I really like it a lot. So this is like maybe in the command center or something, or maybe Promethea with Zombie Billy. These zombie covers are freaking fantastic. I love them. They're great. And then we've got the Goldie Montez image of the Morphin Masters, you could say. We've got MMPR Red and Zeo Red. Looks really great. I think this is the first one of those covers, I believe, because I remember when these were first announced, and I think these are just starting to roll out. So I think this is the first of the Goni Montez helmet variant covers for the Morphin Masters, which, oh boy, they look great. I'm glad they're still continuing like the Goni Montez helmet covers, because they've done almost like every helmet under the sun, and now they're doing something new that sort of incorporates like 30 years of Power Rangers by having all these different helmets. So we got the black and white zombie one, we've got this cover again, we've got a new cover, I think, where we've got Tommy and Kimberly jumping into action, and this is done by Erica D. Orusso. This one looks really great. I really like the colouring for this one, and sort of like the cartoon vibes it's got going for it. Like you can see them leaping into action, like they're sort of jumping into the Morphin grid. You've got the pink, Cosmos and the white Cosmos behind them. Really looks good. I really like the contrast in the colours for sort of like the background behind them. And then you've got the sort of like the helmet and the visor. It looks really great. Like the lighting of this one looks freaking fantastic. And then we've got this one. This one's very new. Because for October we had the Thanksgiving one. We had the pumpkin one where they were carving pumpkins. This one is a... no, did I say carving pumpkins on Thanksgiving? Fuck. Because we had Halloween in October. And I'm recording this on October 31st on Halloween. So this is the Thanksgiving cover that we've got, because this is coming out in November next month. So this one, I think this might actually be releasing on Thanksgiving maybe. No, I don't know my American dates, but I know this is coming out in like late November. Let's see, let me bring up my calendar. You guys can't see it on your end, but let's see, November. So we'll have, let's see, we've got freaking Ranger, I think Ranger Academy dropping tomorrow on the 1st of November for me. And then I think on the 22nd is when we'll get, yeah, that's ages away from Thanksgiving, I think. So yeah, then we'll get Ranger Academy, MMPI issue 114 on the 22nd, I believe, of November. I could be wrong. I'll have a little edit in the post when it actually drops. It's probably in this article as well. Let me jump back to Ranger Command. When is this actually dropping? Let's see. In November, okay. I think they just said in November. November 22nd. Okay, I was right. November 22nd. Alright, cool. Let's jump back to the cover. So, Thanksgiving cover done by Veronica Fish. Looks really great. I like this one. I really like the art style for these holiday-themed covers. Zordon's face in the background going, ooh, what the fuck? What the fuck, guys? But yeah, this one I like. You've got like the Jello Megazord, or the Jello Monster, it looks like. This one looks great, I like it. And then you've got the cookies based on the like Dinozords. This one I like. Oh, you've got a Gold Iron Finster Salt and Pepper Shaker. That's great. This one's great. I like this one. And it looks like there was a bit of a food fight as well. This one's fantastic. I like it. Alright, and then we've got the Goni Montez helmet again. And now we've got the preview pages. So, spoilers ahead. We got there eventually. So, we start off on Safe Haven, it looks like. And we've got Mistress Vile and their fleet hovering above. And we've got Adam and Rocky in the prison cell. So we found out what happened to them, because it looks like they were like left behind with everything going on when Darkest Hour began. So they were sort of on ground zero when Dark Spectre came to be. So it looks like they got captured. So we've got Rocky doing push-ups and Adam meditating. So this is a really great cover. So let's read the dialogue. We've got Rocky saying, "Hey, look, I'm glad you have the mental fortitude just to sit here and meditate, but we're not the same." And Adam's like, yeah, I get that, we're different. And here we've got Rocky again saying, I miss my family, so I've got to do something to keep my mind off it, because I'm close to panicking. Which is something we've seen Rocky do before. We saw him way back in the Dome arc during the Ryan Parrott run, where he freaked out because he was like trapped in the Dome and he was worried about his family, and he was collecting the bottle caps because it was the only thing that kept him sane because it made him think of his family because he wanted to collect enough bottle caps so he can make that mural with his sister. So that, again, bringing it back to Rocky's family. So we've got Adam and Rocky in the prison cell, and then you scroll down and you see several Rangers in this cell with them. Now, they do get name dropped later, but let's see if I can name all of them that's here. So we've got Shelby and Ivan. We've got Rose from Operation Overdrive. Preston from I have read these preview pages. I can't even know who's who. We've got Preston from Ninja Steel. Maya from Lost Galaxy. Danny from Wild Force. Bridge from SPD. And I don't know who this is. Who's this one? I don't know if they get name dropped. I'll have to look at the preview pages some more. But there's a Ranger. Hello. So Rocky's like, is anyone out there? We're Rocky and Adam. We're from Earth. We're Power Rangers. And Adam's like, should we just say that? And then Danny introduces himself and says, hi, I'm Wild Force Black Ranger. And then you have Rocky going, oh, I guess I'm Mighty Morphin Red. And then Adam says, I thought we weren't completely on board with using that name. So if you don't get that line, that's from near the end of the Mac Room run, where they were sort of deciding on a name what to call them, because like Kimberly has that freak out that there are other Rangers after them. So they sort of have on the like last page of Mighty Morphin 22 by Matt Groom, there's like a sort of like a whiteboard, and there's a bunch of names on there, and then it comes down to Mighty Morphin in the end. But I guess they still haven't decided on using that name, because it's a weird concept, because I don't think they've ever referred them to themselves as the Mighty Morphin Rangers in the comic, but they sort of decide on that name. So we've got someone saying, I've heard of you guys, but last I checked you weren't teenagers, you were older. So that's interesting. We've got someone from the future. So Adam does say that you're from the future. And then they say maybe the Death Ranger got a hold of a transportable device. One of the Time Force Rangers used it on the sly visit to Taylor once. Okay, one of the Time Force Rangers. Okay. Oh, okay. Reinforcements from the past. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, was there something I missed out on? And I was like, oh, reinforcements from the past. Okay. So they find out there's Rangers from the future, and Rocky's ecstatic. So that means we're going to have like this big army of Rangers teaming up, which was something I thought we'd see. So everyone introduces themselves. So like I said, Maya, Lost Galaxy. Oh, Xander, Mystic Force Green. Okay. Xander, Mystic Force Green. What's up, mate? And then you've got Rose from Operation Overdrive, Shelby, Sir Ivan, and there's so many Rangers. And then there's Preston, Bridge, like I said, so many Rangers in this one issue. And then suddenly someone walks in, and it's Chloe's dad. And he says, making friends, I hope you're in the mood to make more. My name is Angel. So I guess that's what he goes by now. I think we've just been calling him Mr. Ashfield, so I guess he calls himself the Angel of Death now. And then he says, let me introduce you to Dark Spectre, which is very ominous and is where this cliffhanger ends up on. But yeah, this is a really great, freaking image of what we see so far. Like, this is really great. Like, I really enjoy these preview pages as well from what we see so far. Like I said, all those Rangers in the cell. Like I said, you've got Rose, you've got Shelby, you've got Ivan, you've got Preston, you've got Xander, Maya, Bridge, Danny, and then Rocky and Adam. So I do wonder if this is just the extent of how many Rangers we've seen captured, because they do say there's a fair bit of Rangers here. But I am curious to see where these other Ranger teams are that got captured, because we saw what happened to the other Wild Force Rangers. So I guess Danny's the one that got captured in the end, along with Shelby and Ivan, because it wasn't apparent if they escaped or not, so I guess they got captured in the end. Rose got captured, which is interesting. I am curious to see what happens to the other Operation Overdrive. What I'm kind of bummed out about is when Shattered Grid happened, we got sort of like an annual issue around 2018, And that annual issue sort of told stories of what happened to like the Ranger teams when Draken started invading their universe. That's what that annual focused on. And I really hope, and they would have announced it by now if we were going to get it, but I hope we get some kind of like maybe one-shot story or flashback or annual or unlimited book to see what Mistress Vile and Dark Spectre did when they invaded these universe. But it's like, even if it's like better to like maybe like tell or don't show or show don't tell, it's cool to use my imagination and guess what might have went down when they invaded these universes, when they invaded these worlds. What's interesting is there's no RPM here, so I wonder if they'll show up later because they're from another universe as well, like Dino Charge. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, those are the preview pages for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers issue 114. I'll be covering it when it drops later in November, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video around on social medias and stuff like that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, and bye!